What if I told you that 92% of people who try to build a new habit fail? Not because they're lazy, not because they lack discipline, but because they're doing it completely wrong. Stay with me for the next few minutes and I'll show you the exact framework that turns failed attempts into permanent change. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the science and strategy behind building better habits. And I'm not talking about surface level tips like just wake up earlier or use a habit tracker. We're going real deep. By the end of this video, you'll understand how habits actually form in your brain. You'll have a 5-step framework you can apply starting tonight, and you'll know the single biggest mistake that nearly everyone makes, so you can avoid it. Let's get into it. All right, Section 1, understand the habit loop. Every habit you have, good or bad, follows the same neurological pattern. It was first described by researchers at MIT, and it goes like this: cue, craving, response, reward. Think about your phone. The buzz of a notification, that's the cue. The curiosity about who messaged you, that's the craving. Picking up the phone, the response. And seeing the message, the reward. This loop is running thousands of times a day in your brain, mostly without you even noticing. Here's the key insight. You don't eliminate bad habits. You replace them. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who tried to suppress a habit without replacing it were significantly more likely to relapse. So the first step isn't to fight your brain, it's to understand it. Now let's transition to Section 2. Start absurdly small, and I mean embarrassingly small. Want to start running? Your first habit isn't a 5 Kelvin. It's putting on your running shoes and stepping outside your front door. That's it. B.J. Fogg, a behavior scientist at Stanford, calls these tiny habits. His research shows that when you shrink a behavior down to something that takes less than 2 minutes, your brain doesn't resist it. You remove the friction. And here's the magic. Once you start, momentum takes over. A study from University College London found that it takes an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. Not 21, 66. So you need to survive that window, and tiny habits are how you do it. You're not building the habit of running, you're building the habit of starting. Section 3, habit stacking. This is where it gets really powerful. The idea is simple. You attach a new habit to an existing one. Your brain already has strong neural pathways for your current routines. So instead of building from scratch, you piggyback. Here's the formula. After I do current habit, I will do new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will write in my journal for 2 minutes. After I sit down at my desk, I will review my top 3 priorities. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, points out that this works because you're using the momentum of an existing behavior to pull the new one along. Think of it like a train coupling. You're not launching a new train. You're hooking a new car onto one that's already moving. Section 4. Design your environment. This is the one most people completely overlook. You think your habits are about motivation, but they're actually about architecture. Research from Brian Wansink at Cornell showed that people eat significantly more candy when it's placed on their desk versus 6 feet away. 6 feet. That tiny environmental change altered behavior without any change in willpower or motivation. So apply this to your life. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to eat healthier? Prep fruits and vegetables at eye level in your fridge. Want to scroll less? Delete the apps from your home screen and put your phone in another room. Don't rely on discipline. Design the environment so the right choice is the easy choice. Section 5. Track and celebrate. Now, a lot of people start tracking habits and then quit after a week. Here's why. They treat tracking as accountability, which feels like judgment. Instead, treat tracking as evidence of progress. Every X on a calendar, every checkmark in an app, is proof that you're becoming the person you want to be. And here's something backed by research that sounds almost too simple. Celebrate immediately after completing the habit. Pump your fist. Say yes out loud. Smile. BJ Fogg's research shows that this positive emotion wires the habit into your brain faster. It sounds silly, but it literally accelerates neural pathway formation. Your brain goes, "That felt good. Let's do it again." Section 6. The 2-day rule. This is my personal favorite. Life will get in the way. You will miss a day. That's not the problem. The problem is missing 2. 1 missed day is an accident. 2 missed days is the beginning of a new pattern, the pattern of not doing it. So adopt the 2-day rule. Never miss twice in a row. Didn't journal yesterday? Do it today, even if it's just 1 sentence. Skipped the gym? Do 10 push-ups at home. You're not aiming at perfection. You're aiming to keep the identity alive. You're telling yourself, "I am someone who doesn't quit." And finally, Section 7. Identity-based change. This is the deepest layer and the one that ties everything together. Most people set outcome-based goals. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to read 50 books. But research in self-determination theory suggests that the most lasting change comes from identity-based goals. Not, I want to run a marathon, but I am a runner. Not, I want to write a book, but I am a writer. Every small action becomes a vote for the person you're becoming. You don't need to be perfect. You just need the majority of your votes to point in the right direction. Over time, those votes compound, and your identity shifts. And when your identity shifts, the habits aren't something you have to force. They become something you naturally do. So here's your takeaway. Building better habits isn't about willpower, motivation, or grinding harder. It's about understanding the loop, starting tiny, stacking onto what you already do, designing your environment, tracking with celebration, protecting your streak, and becoming the person who does the thing. Not just doing the thing. That's the framework. Start with 1 habit tonight. Make it tiny. Stack it onto something you already do, and celebrate when it's done. If this video helped you, smash that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this content. Subscribe if you want more videos on habits, productivity, and personal growth. And drop a comment below. What's the 1 habit you're going to start building today? I read every single comment and I'd love to cheer you on. I'll see you in the next one.